Having multitasking. Of course, I had to finish some of my work earlier dahil sa Monday. Marami tayong pupuntahan, including of course yung press conference ng isa sa mentors natin who has been dealing with a predicament dun sa issue ng cyber libel lang sa kanya. So, I had to go through a lot of things. Now, balikan natin ito. Pag-usapan natin ito. So we were talking about this very interesting realignment sa ating politika. It also being reflected in the media landscape. So officially, ayon kay Gozon, yung head ng GMA network, tapos na yung media wars or air wars, however you want to put it. And as I said, this is very interesting because it kind of reflects also the realignments, the whole unity, the whole unity drama and the whole ay nako nakakainis tong mga taga-embassy na yun na ibang nang tumatawag. Hi! Papagalitan ko yung mamaya. Please lang ha, lesson there. Huwag kayong tawag ng tawag. You text people, we were calling them. Nakakainis naman. Anyway, balikan natin yan bago ko pagalitan. Going back to this. So yun, so officially ayon sa GMA network, tapos na yung air war. So you can see the smiles on the face of Katigbak, of Lopez, of Gozon. So love, love, love. Unity. Ito na po yung motto ngayon. Ito po yung motto ngayon. So let's see what's coming next. What's coming next here. Obviously today was also a big day doon naman sa kabila because we also now have officially moved towards the new version of Itbulaga because alam niyo na may reboot na nangyari, so meron na tayong EAT. Hindi na siya Itbulaga, EAT na siya, obviously because of the copyright issue, etc. So ito ang totoo. EAT stands for that. Pag-usapan din natin yan. So big things happening. Grabe yung media landscape natin also is as interesting, as exciting, and as alam niyo na. That's it. This is it. Wait lang, labas natin to. Hirap talaga kung wala kang production team. No? You have to do everything on yourself, on your own. Ayan, we're almost... Okay, ito na. Ito ang totoo, EAT. Nag-launch naman yung kabila. Nag-reboot na naman sila. Talagang Pilipinas talaga. Alright, so on the other side, of course, you have the OGs of Itbulaga doing their own show. Doon naman sa TV5, TVJ. So, yan na. Ito na yung mga media. So, may bago tayong media war. May pagka Game of Thrones. So, if tapos na yung air war between ABS-CBN and GMA Network because nag-join forces na sila, ito naman yung Itbulaga. Andun pa rin yung two versions of Itbulaga. The new rebooted version dito sa GMA Network. Of course, alam niyo naman, si Yorme Isko is one of the people who joined the new version. And then the OG one, EAT, ito ang totoo naman, will be in TV5. Now, sasabihin niyo bakit to si Dari nakikialam sa mga isyong to Nike-showbiz? Well, guess what? We know very well that none of this would have happened, or a lot of these things, not necessarily the Itbulaga one, but definitely the other one, the end of so-called air war one, would not have happened if not for, I mean, the idea of seeing Vice Ganda going to GMA Network, all of that, none of this would have happened, or very unlikely that this would have happened anytime soon, if not for the what we all know what we're talking about. Ito yung ginawa ni Tatay Digong, no, dun sa, or however you want to put it, nung panahon ni Tatay Digong, na ito yung ginawa niya, tinanggalan ng franchise ng ABS-CBN. And of course, since then, the ABS-CBN folks have been trying very hard to survive against all odds. And now I think with this new deal, they first tried to cut a deal with the TV5 folks. There was opposition to that, so there was a partial implementation of that. And now naman, eto na nangyari, yung ultimate crossover realignment, pumunta naman sa kabila. Now, let's go to the meat of discussion. How do I feel about this? I mean, first of all, as I said, I've worked with all of these networks. In the same way, I'm very proud to have worked with all universities in the city, from Ateneo, La Salle, and now back to UP. So medyo gumanon din tayo, medyo ikot-ikot din tayo. No, so personally, mahal ko silang lahat. No, obviously now, of course, my new home right now is with medyo nag-overlap na kami nila EAT na ngayon. But No, I mean, a part of me is happy to see that there's tenacity, there's resilience, there's grittiness. There are all of these interesting crossovers, things that we thought were unthinkable are now suddenly happening. At the same time, let's be honest, this was also a survival move on the part of ABS-CBN. It's not like ABS-CBN would have made this choice under normal circumstances. So the war ended there out of strategic expediency. Yun po yung konteksto. At yung strategic expediency na yan ay reflection din ng ginawa ni Tatay Digong. No, I mean, who really, really upended the Philippine political and media landscape. He was a failure on two fronts. First, he was a failure in terms of really revolutionizing Philippine politics dahil nung panahon ni Digong, hindi talaga natapos itong mga sinasabing oligarchy. Just to be clear, itong sa mga oligarchy primarily actually refers to bad political leaders. So technically speaking, it should primarily refer to, diba, if you take the Aristotelian definition, primarily pag sinasabi oligarchy, mga political dynasties, yung mga sobrang rapacious ones. Diba? So alam niyo na. Now, yung terms ng oligarchs, meaning political connected businessman or people who are politically connected who became super rich, well, that has a Kremlin, Russia, crony, capitalist, Marcos era connotation. But actually, the original definition of oligarchy actually goes back to Aristotelian definition of it, which means the bad rule of the few. So we're talking about political establishment and elite. So palpak, walang nangyaring pagbabago pagdating sa issue ng political dynasties. Lumala. Tignan niyo naman mga, forget about the Congress, but yung Senado natin, di ba? Sobrang obvious yung dynastic politics natin. So, failure on one front. But on the other front, also failure to become a full-fledged authoritarian Putin-style leader. Hindi. And, with all due respect to our friends in Rappler, no, Duterte was not a dictator. To be a dictator, you have to meet certain basic, right? Criteria. Kasama dyan yung defying constitutional limits and changing the constitution, right? Or changing the constitution. Duterte was not able to do any of those things. Neither change the constitution nor defy a 6-year term limit, so he had to step down. But that's not because of lack of will. That's because of lack of organization, lack of discipline. Because hindi po madali maging diktator. Alright? May disiplina na. Hindi pwede yung mag-throw out ka na idea. Ay, gusto ko ng martial law. Ay, gusto ko maghunta. Hindi pwede yan. Dapat organize ka. None of those things were present. So, but nevertheless, yung impact sa ating media landscape has been really substantial. Really substantial. I don't think the Philippine media landscape will ever be the same again. I mean, we already see, the idea of vice ganda there in GMA network, that was unthinkable in the pre-pandemic era. Even after yung revoking of franchise or non-renewal of franchise of ABS-CBN, you would have still thought na this is not gonna happen. And yet, these things are happening. So yes, on one hand, some would be happy na ABS-CBN has found a new home for one of its top shows, that Vice Ganda will have the kind of exposure that she deserves. At least that's what the supporters will say. But let's be also honest. Let's not forget the circumstances under which these supposed wars ended. Right. This was a question of strategic expediency rather than, I would say, primary preference of folks in ABS-CBN. That's my reading. Doon naman sa Itbulaga, tingnan natin. Because we also have nakaka-confuse. Biglang ang dami na nila. So, itong EAT versus Itbulaga, tignan din natin ang mangyari dyan. In fairness naman, positive naman yung mga mensahe ng mga newcast, no? Newcast, ito yung mga reboot version ng Itbulaga. They had very good message naman. In fairness, positive naman yung kanilang message dun sa OG EAT naman sa kabila sa TV5. Ito po yung sinabi nila, talagang love the Philippines kasi tayo, guys. Love the Philippines talaga tayo. So ito yung sinabi nila. So ito yan. So of course the new cast, the new bossings of Itbulaga are Yorme and Paolo Contis. Dun sa kabila naman, yung mga tatlong tita andyan naman. So Paolo Isco binati ang TVJ sa bagong noontime show sa TV5 na EAT. Ito ang totoo. Hindi po ito competition, ito po ay aming inspirasyon. So yun po yung sinabi nila, no? So in fairness, love is in the air. Love, love, love. So sa halip na magpasaring, magparinig at magpakanega, isang bonggang pagbati ang ipinahatid ng Itbulaga sa GMA 7 sa bagong noontime show na iconic trio na TVJ sa TV5. Sa pagsisimula ng programa nito, programa nila Tito, Vic, and Joey sa Kapatid Network kasama ang iba pang dating host ng longest running noontime show sa Pilipinas na Itbulaga. Nagbigay ng mensahe sina Paolo Contis at Isko Moreno para sa mga original The Barcads. Yan. Love, love, love. Ganyan talaga dapat. Mahalin. I think sinabi niya yung isa. Sabi niya, mga kapuso, espesyal tong Sabado para sa Itbulaga dahil masasabi natin ito ang bagong era ng noontime television habit nyo. Alam naman natin, alam ko updated kayo sa mga nangyari at nag-aabang kayo, kaya nyong excited din po kami. So ito po sinabi ni Paolo Contis, no? Para sa karamihan, isa itong malaking competition pero para sa programa gaya ng Itbulaga na 44 years na po na nagpapasya, hindi po ito competition pero ito po ay aming inspirasyon. Yan. Nagpapasya. Ayan. Ayusin natin. Ayan. Okay. Ano sinabi ni Yorme dyan? Nasaan si Yorme? So, ayun si Yorme. Ayan. Hirit ulit ni Yorme. Nako, ang benepisyo nito ay kayong mga viewers. Masaya kami na dito kayo. Ang importante, tuloy-tuloy lang po ang pagbibigay namin ng saya dahil ang importante naman ay yung mga viewers natin. Welcome to your new home. It's showtime. Ito pala sinabi ni Pao pala doon sa yung mga new nilang mga kaibigan galing sa ABS-CBN. So yan. Love, love, love the Philippines, guys. Yeah, it's a kind of like in a way I would have said of course I'm happy that everyone is getting their moment in the sun, if I can put it that way. At the same time, wag rin natin kalimutan na a lot of these realignments, not the Itbulaga one, but the other one, the ABS-CBN GMA end of air war situation, talagang may kinalaman ito sa Duterte legacy. So, ironically, one of the things that Duterte brought about is unity, right? Between ABS-CBN, or at least the most important, or one of the most important programs of ABS-CBN, now teaming up with GMA Network. Alright. So mga kapatid, yan. Ayan mga kapatid, natutuwa na ba kayo sa nangyari sa mga kapuso at sa mga kapamilya? Yan. Ano bang combination ng kapamilya at kapusa? Dami ko nakita mga part 1, 2. Alright. Mga Haydarians, thank you very much for joining us. Mga ka-spacers, ka-metas, ka-YouTubers. Let's see kung kaya ba namin kasya or kung magigising or gising pa ako mamaya for another Nexus episode with Leloy Claudio from UC Berkeley. Kanina, of course, we had the pleasure of interviewing naman another good friends of ours, Professor Vicente Rafael naman from University of Washington. Let's see if of Leloy Claudio of University of California, Berkeley will be up later on, or actually, our time. Otherwise, let me just say, I hope you guys have a good weekend, blessed Sunday tomorrow, and of course, a blessed new month, July. And of course, pagdating naman dun sa updates about Aura, the whole incident we're talking about, I was trying to, keep abreast with what was going on, especially yung mga CCTV videos na pinalabas ng Xi'an Gaza Club, right? I mean, and I don't want to be dismissive. Of course, ang akin naman is this. I'm not sure na in light of some of the footages we saw, we should 100% buy the idea na automatically mali yung lalaki. But I also disagree with the idea of automatically blaming naman the other party. Remember, dun sa ating sistema, may due process tayo, so presume innocent until proven otherwise. So let's see how the due process works. Kaya let's not jump to judgments and conclusion against either side of the hidwaan, bardagulan, whatever you want to look at it. Because I try to be fair also. So chinek ko rin yung mga footages, etc., which kind of complicates the initial narrative that was coming from one side. But of course, we want to make sure na we fight against any kind of discrimination. At the same time, we have to respect due process. Maraming salamat mga kameta, mga ka-spacers, and mga ka-YouTubers. So, in an event na wala ng talk later on with, Isko pa rin, with Tulfo, with Leloy Claudio, sorry, naguluhan na ako. then I'll just leave it here. Thank you very much and have a good day and blessed weekend. Ay, ano pala, thank you very much sa mga nag-join sa atin, si Lorna Navarro from Dubai. Thank you naman kay Jewel K. O naman, GMA New Everest, Showtime na lang. Okay, marami naman mga ka-TVJ pa rin dyan. Thank you very much sa lahat ng mga nag-join sa atin. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat din sa Noble Trina. Dito naman sa kabila, mag-thank you din tayo. Nasaan na kayo? Hindi ko na makita. Wala na. Ayan, mga ka-TVJ, thank you very much again for your support. Really appreciate it. Sa lahat ng sumsala niya, si Sir Ernie Carpio, si Sir Bril Moro, si Sir Julius Saturo, Brian, ayan. Thank you so much. Ayan, marami naman nag-comment dyan. Lilia Bugayong, Jerry Conto, yan, si Ma'am Terra, DG Sawai, yan. Salamat. Thank you very much. And talk to you soon.